Hello everyone, welcome back to NonnyPlus. I am Stanley Ikemefuna and today we'll be learning something very simple and very important, which is the C-sharp constant. So first of all, what is a constant? A constant is a value that never changes. A constant is a value that is fixed. A constant is something that you can never change. It's a value that you assign to some or a container that you can never change that value when your program starts running. So in C Sharp, when you assign a number to a constant or when you assign a value to a constant, you can't change that value when the program is running. So for example, let me make it very easy for you so you can understand. In real life, we have so many constants in real life. So we have like 24 hours in a day. So these are constant value. It can never change. You cannot say we have 22 hours in a day. We have 24 hours in a day. We have 7 days in a week. And also we have 12 months in a year. So all those values, all those numbers are called what? Constants. Even your date of birth, day you were born, that date is a constant value to you. It can never be changed. You can never change your date of birth. So let's dive back or let's go into Visual Studio so that I can tell you more how to use constants. Okay, so how to create constants in C Sharp. So there's a keyword called constants, that is const. So these are constants. This is a keyword that we use to declare our constant in C Sharp. So let's try one, let's see. So let's say we have a constant integer type of variable, integer. Let me say hours. Please pay attention. Let's know what we're doing. So we have hours underscore in a day, which is 24. Okay, so now say CW. Remember I say if you want to write consider right line, you type CW, then you do tap. So consider right line, then let's print out the constant value. Let's say what are we going to print out? Hours in a day. So let's run out. Let's see. So you can see we have 24. 24 that is the value that is being printed. So if you come here and want to change this constant value, and you say want to change it to 20, there will be a complaint. So this will cause a compile time error because you have already declared a constant value, which is 24. So you cannot assign any other value to this hours in a day because it has been declared already as a constant value. So this can never change. So let's go to another example. Let me see. Um, I know most of you will be asking why the name is in capital letter. Yeah, it's very important. When naming your constant, just try to make it an uppercase all throughout with an underlined score. Because this enables developers to know that when they start reading your code, once they see this value, they know that this value is constant. Yes, we can also write constant value as yes, you can also write constant value like this. Constant int minutes in an hour 60. Yeah, you can also do this and it will work. But why we always encourage you to write constant values in capital letters so that we differentiate to be able to differentiate the normal values or the normal variables than and the constant variables. So constant variables are always written in capital letters so that when someone reading your code, able to understand that this value, because it's declared because it's in uppercase and with underscore, we know that this value is constant and it will be used throughout your application, it will be used throughout your software that you are building. So these values can never change. So that's why it's very important for you to declare constants using uppercase with an underscore. Yes, this also works when you start the name of the variable with um, lowercase. Yes, it also works, but very important. You have to declare constants using uppercase values. So this indicates that please don't change me. I'm a constant value. Anybody reading your code will understand that this is a constant value. So let's go to another example. We have a lot of examples we're going to go through. Let's say, okay, let me say example two. We have a constant int pen price, let's say constant integer, we have pen underscore price is equals to 100. And we have a int pens bots is equals to 3. Then we have a int total costs. So int total cost equals to pen price times what the pen bought. They're getting the total. Yeah, let's print the value using our console dot write line. So here we have a console dot write line. We have total cost of pen is equals to what plus total cost. Okay, so on line 250, we declare a constant value of integer pen price, which is 100 naira. That is the cost of this pen is 100 naira. Then on line 51, we declare an integer pen bought. So the amount of pen that was bought is equals to 3. Then on line 252, we say declare another integer total cost to get the total cost of this pen that was bought for 100 naira. So we have pen price. So the pen price is equals to 100 naira. Then we have times pens bought. Pens bought is equals to 3. So on line 254, what we are doing is just right. We are trying to print the console dot write line. We are trying to print the total cost to the console. So I tell us how much is total cost of pen. So you can see the total cost of pen. This is a strange text inside a quote on line 254. Then we have total cost. Total cost, this is a variable that holds a value. Total cost here is a variable that holds this value, which is the pen price times what the pen bought. Then the plus sign that is on line 254, you see a plus sign before the variable total cost. This is like a joining the text and the variable together. That is what we call concatenate. So I'm going to teach you more about string concatenation and also interpolation. But now let's go. What we are discussing now is constant. So the sign, the plus sign, signify that we are joining what the text and the variable together. So we're concatenating both the text and the variable together. So if you run this application, you're going to get the total cost of pen is equals to what 300 naira. So that's what we our output for this result. So it tells the computer, write the text, total cost of pen, and then show the value stored in total cost. So we use the constant pen price in our calculation. So if we ever use it again, we don't have to type 100 naira everywhere. So the pen price, a fixed price of 300 naira. So you don't have to start typing pen price is 300 naira. So once you just declare this constant value, which is 300 naira, you don't have to declare it any other place again because it is fixed value for that particular project or for that particular app you're running. So we use the constant pair present calculation. So if you ever use it again and we don't have to type 100 naira everywhere. So let's do a quick recap. A constant is a value that never changes. We create it using the word constant keywords. Remember the keyword is constant and must give it a value immediately after declaring that constant, you have to assign a value immediately. So constants are usually written in capital letters. Yes, you can write constant starting with small letter, but you have to make it bold enough so that when people are reading your code or when the developer is reading your code, you know that this value is a constant value. That's why we encourage developers or people building an app to only use capital letters when trying to declare their constant. So they make your code clean, safe, and easy to read. I hope you all understand what C# constant is. So don't forget to subscribe to NonnyPlus for more beginner-friendly C# lesson. And tell me in the comments, what is one thing in your life that never changes for you? What is one thing in your life that is always constant in your life? Go to our comment section and comment one constant value in your life. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.